Hey, welcome back to AI Tech Hub. I'm Techie. Today we are diving into something absolutely crucial. We're demystifying a massive breakthrough in artificial intelligence. We're looking at RAG, and specifically, we're going to break down this open book blueprint that makes the technology so incredibly powerful.
So first things first, what exactly is RAG? If you've been following our previous explainers on LangChain or vector databases, you know you've probably seen this mysterious acronym constantly hovering in the background. Well, it's finally time we unpack how it actually works and why it's, honestly, fundamentally reshaping the entire AI landscape.
To really grasp the RAG solution, we first need to look at the default problem. Think about it like this. When you prompt the standard AI model, it's essentially taking a closed book exam. It has zero outside resources. It's forced to rely entirely on its internal pre-trained memory to generate an answer for you.
And, the frustration of this closed book approach becomes super obvious the second we hit its limits. These models are basically frozen in time. If the information you need is outdated, or let's say you're asking about some niche private topic it literally never studied, the AI is forced to either guess, which leads to those crazy hallucinations we've all seen, or it just fails completely. Relying solely on that static, memorized training data, it's incredibly limiting for a tool that's supposed to be, well, smart.
But what if we just change the rules? Just imagine the immense relief of switching to an open book format. Suddenly, the pressure is totally taken off raw memory. You're allowed to look up relevant, verified material on the spot. You can formulate your answer based on actual facts sitting right there in front of you. It completely, totally changes the dynamic of answering a question.
And guys, this is exactly what RAG, which stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation, actually does. It is quite literally the open book superpower for artificial intelligence. It equips the model with the ability to look things up on the fly. This fundamentally transforms how it interacts with your prompts rather than just forcing it to answer purely from what it memorized, months or even years ago.
Mechanically speaking, this whole process splits into two really distinct actions. First, retrieving information, and second, generating the answer. This means there is an entire critical lookup phase that happens before the AI ever speaks or types a single word back to you. The system intentionally hits the brakes. It halts the generation process until it has completed a dedicated research phase.
Let's look a bit closer at that first phase, retrieval. When you ask a RAG-enabled AI a question, it doesn't just immediately try to string words together from its static memory. No, it goes looking for the open book. But where exactly is it pulling this vital information from?
Well, typically, it queries a vector database. And honestly, this is exactly where those specialized databases we've covered in past explainers really shine. The RAG system searches through the vectors to retrieve highly specific data tailored right to your prompt. This instantly gives the AI access to your private, up-to-the-minute facts. It totally bypasses that outdated, frozen-in-time memory problem we just talked about. It's a real game changer.
All right, so once it pulls that fresh data, we shift into phase 2, which is augmented generation. The AI has done its research. So what happens next? Well, the generation part of the AI finally kicks in, but it is fundamentally augmented by the exact facts it just retrieved. In a really profound way, we are physically decoupling the knowledge storage from the AI's actual reasoning engine. As our source material perfectly highlights, the AI generates its answer using that real material. And that right there is the absolutely crucial takeaway. Instead of relying on some hallucinated memory or guessing based on old training, the final output is entirely grounded in the verified data you just provided. It processes that specific data to synthesize a highly trustworthy, highly accurate answer.
Which actually brings us to a major realization about the modern AI stack. RAG isn't just some isolated parlor trick. It actually serves as the connective tissue. It's the ultimate capstone concept that unifies this broader ecosystem we've been carefully exploring and building throughout this entire series of explainers. Just think about it for a second. You have LangChain orchestrating the workflows, right? You've got vector databases storing the specific private knowledge, and you have AI agents ready to take autonomous actions. RAG is that critical architectural link that unites them all into one cohesive, intelligent, open book system. It is literally the blueprint that makes the whole shebang work together intelligently. Now, understanding this open book blueprint conceptually is great for your foundational knowledge, for sure. But taking this theory and actually applying it practically, that is where the real magic happens. We want to move from this high-level architecture to a concrete, hands-on application.
So if you want to see this connective tissue coded and constructed in the real world, like literally step by step, drop the word RAG down in the comments. Seriously, let us know if you want to see exactly how we wire up a vector database, pull in private data, and give a model its open book superpower right before your very eyes.
I'll leave you with this provocative thought to chew on. Just imagine the sheer possibilities if your AI could securely read your company's internal documents, or your dense research notes, or even your personal archives before answering you. So, what private data would you give your open book AI, and what should we explain next? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to hit that follow button since we break down a new concept every single explainer, and thanks so much for joining me today on AI Tech Hub.